What's going on, guys? Mr. Pipes here with Brother Steven. Today we're going to do a flavored cigar video, and when I mean flavored, I mean that the tobacco has been topped with a flavor topping added onto it, not just a standard regular cigar. But today we're going to talk about one of the, if you're familiar with Groovy Blues and the company name, which I believe it's Tatiana, Tatiana. Steven here smokes Groovy Blues. Like, those are his crack. Okay, those are his go-to everyday smoke for a cigar. And today, I recently ordered some Havana Honeys. They're a Robusto type cigar. It's a very small cigar for a 30-minute smoke. Like if I were to do my lunchtime or lunch breaks, smoke breaks, those would be something that I would have. Today I have something that Steven recommended me trying. It's one of the different flavors of the Groovy Blue cigars. It's called Sweet Ethiopia or Euphoria or something like that. I'm not a good reader, but I'll spell it out for you. It's Sweet Euphoria, Sweet Euphoria or something like that along the way. And right off the bat, I'm smelling it. I'm getting chocolate, coffee, and there's like a fruit, some type of fruit. And I'm not sure what it is.
Probably the sweet part.
Yeah. It might even be orange because this smells like something that you would probably have a snack. Like, it smells like a snack you would eat from like Christmas time or something, maybe Halloween. If you were to be like, oh, we haven't had this in a while, do we really have to wait for Christmas time? And they go, oh yeah, sure, let's put a Halloween spin on it. But there's definitely cocoa, coffee, and there's a sweetness, very subtle, fruity or minty type sweetness. It's almost something like I almost kind of want to stick this into some coffee. You know what I mean? So, but the reason why I wanted to do this video is because Steven over here lives by flavored cigars. He loves. I got him hooked on.
The very first one was fruit punch.
Right, yeah, Fruit Punch, which is by Brighton's Best, which is another company of cigar that makes flavored cigars, which there's nothing wrong with. I enjoy them from time to time too if I don't want something too harsh. But now the other one that I got him hooked on is the acid cigars because they're honey dipped. To him, how did you say that it was smoking?
Well, it was like drinking honey, basically, because every time you would smoke, the smoke would taste like it was turning into liquid honey. And it was basically like you were having honey instead of a cigar. And that's why these are also my third choice when it comes. These are also honey, and they're very good, and it's a good taste.
It's honey. I believe those are honey. It's
the Havana honey.
Right. It's the flavor is cognac. So it's a rum flavored cigar, which you can't beat. I mean, they smell amazing.
They're real good.
Yeah.
And this has been a really great lighter. It's called the Torch, and it's got three flames on it, and that's really great.
Compared to a single flame lighter, this one right here, I would buy that.
Yeah.
I believe he purchased it at the Island in Pigeon Forge for
the smoke shop
under under $10,
Under
wasn't it?
$10, yeah.
So not too bad of a price for a lighter. I have my single torch lighter right here. It also is a pipe lighter because it has the two-way for lighting. Okay. If I was to compare this smoke, or I should say the taste, it's definitely as a starter out cigar without any flavoring. This is definitely a Connecticut. And with the taste, it's definitely coffee. I got it right off the bat. If I was to tell you another cigar to compare this with, it would definitely be Nub Cafe. Cappuccino, espresso, one of the two. I think it's espresso. This right here, for me, the taste-wise, is a Nub Cafe. So, I would probably rather buy a bunch of these than Nub. Nothing wrong with Nub, but it's longer. So, and you have to remember, this is only like $7 for a cigar. $7.99, so roughly $8 with tax. But
it's got a good.
It has a really good flavor. This is something we need to get more of next time we go. I mean, even if we just bought a bunch of these and split them, you know what I mean? But I highly recommend these because I love Nubs. I love Nub cigars. I love the cafes. The coffee, the cream-like taste. There's definitely a creamy taste to this cigar, and it's very, very nice. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to toast it real quick, and then I'm going to give it a good amount of puffage.
And definitely with this one, when you do the smoke is also with a honey flavor. You don't have that, what normally would be a burn. You're having a sweet, and that's really great. That's another reason why I like the flavored cigars. You don't have a burn, you have a flavor, and that's what you're wanting. So that's what I'm wanting out of mine. I mean,
right.
It's different for everybody, but
Steven he doesn't like a harsh flavored cigar. Mm-hmm. It's too much for his palate. And I see, for me, when I go out and I bring a cigar or a pipe with me, I bring Aromatics because they smell good. Some people don't like a harsh English blend or a harsh Scottish or Irish blend. Some people they want to smell sweet things, like, you know, since vaping has become such a big thing now. Every time you see someone vape, you want that smoke to come near you because you want to smell what smell they're puffing on. You know, it's like, oh, what is it? Oh, cotton candy. Okay, or oh, what's that? Oh, it smells like maple syrup. Oh, or it's, you know, pancake or whatever. You know, and I usually typically I take out a sweeter, less harsh cigar or tobacco if I'm out in public. Now, there's going to be some times where you go out to a bar or some type of restaurant and you're outside and they say, oh yeah, you can smoke out here. Just be, you know, wary of others. You know, even with a sweet smelling tobacco, some people could say, oh, that's a little bit too much for me. That doesn't smell like good. You mind, you know, not doing that? It's like, well, see, to me, I think that if you're outside, you know, those are your chances. I don't believe that, like, oh, like, I'm outside, I'm smoking, you know, and I offend someone. To me, I'm kind of that person that really goes, I really don't care, because you're outside. You know, the inside is for non-smokers, outside is for smokers. I mean, it's kind of, you know what I mean? Right. So, but that's just me. See, but Steven, like I said, he is a go-toer with the flavored cigars. I'm not sure if I really asked him why, but
Yeah,
he has his preference. So, but I wanted to do a Groovy Blue or a other flavored cigar of Groovy Blue because I wanted to know why he really likes them, and I see why he does. I mean, I've always liked them, but particularly this brand, why do you like it? But now I can see why. But let's have Steven tell us more about, his experiences with a harsher cigar, because I know that you said that they make you feel funny, like the nicotine is higher.
It's basically that one with the red, the red label on it. I don't know what it's called, but it's got like a pepper. It's like pepper taste to it.
Yeah.
And it just, to me, it seemed like I was bouncing off the wall.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that. And that's why when I go with these type, like a honey flavor or a fruit punch flavor or the Groovy Blue, you're having that sweetness and you're not having that where you feel like you're wanting to bounce off the wall and get in, like it's overpowering you. And I didn't like how that, I mean, don't get me wrong, you might like the cigar, but like with me, my taste, I prefer the sweet taste, the fruit taste, and the Groovy Blues brings that. And when you're smoking it, all the fruit, to me, the fruit flavored ones, the ones with the flavor, you don't have that burn. You don't have a tongue burn, and you're having the smoke. It's like you're drinking something sweet when you're smoking it. And I like how that is. It's not overpowering. It's just you relax, and it's real good. And this, like I said, you're smoking it, and you're tasting that sweet, and that's real good.
So honey and rum is definitely a good combination.
Definitely. But like that acid one,
the acid
blondie one, like I said, when you take that in, it's just like you're sipping honey, like a honey drink, and that's a real good. That's a real good one because you're not tasting smoke. You're tasting all throughout the cigar. It's all honey, and it's real good. It's real good.
Yeah, what I like about with the acid cigar brand is that they're all honey dipped wrappers. And to me, I like it because I feel like it's not a subtle honey taste. I mean, it's there.
Right.
And what I like about this cigar is that I can taste coffee with cocoa, like kind of like a frappuccino almost, like a chocolate frappuccino, and it's like how when you sip on something and like you go for the froth part and you can get that little bits of that chocolate swirl stuff that's on it, top with it, and then like you get the vanilla from the froth and then you get that chocolatey hint. That's what I'm getting with this right here. See, the only thing I don't like about flavored cigars is how they're wrapped. For me, they're too loosely wrapped and they don't hold their shape as long. Because I, for some odd reason, there's nothing better than while smoking a cigar is looking at that 1 inch of ash when you smoke it, and it's like you go like this, it stays there. You have to like flick that thing off. And with these ones, they kind of fall off naturally, like a little bit more. They fall off more loosely than they do with the properly wrapped cigar. Not that this isn't properly wrapped, but it's a little loose wrapped. But I mean, it's still a really good cigar. That's the only thing I don't like about flavored cigars, because they fall apart a little bit too easy. But I mean, I enjoy them. I mean, they're not go-to. My all-time favorite cigar would be Antonio Fuente Maduro. Even their Connecticut is really good. It's very mellow. Like, I could smoke that cigar as long as I possibly could, and I don't really need a drink with it unless it's a hot day or my mouth just needs more moisture, so I take a sip of something. But other than that, those are all that brand of cigar will always be my go-to. But I do enjoy these ones. Let's see. I just got some. I got a big shipment in of cigars. I mean, ask Steven. I mean, my humidor is full.
Right.
My humidor is 100 and some odd cigar humidor, and it's full to the capacity right now. And I've had to smoke at least one cigar at least twice a week to get it to where I can fit the cigars without really crushing them in the humidor. So I still got plenty of cigars for at least another 2-3 years.
Okay.
Is it gonna last me 2-3 years? Probably not. But I also have some cigars that I had to put in a plastic bag to help keep them fresh. Along with I had to put back in the box because my humidor was so full I couldn't fit the rest. But I do have some free Cuba cigars with the lady on it, and then I got some. I believe I've done a review for my Quorum, my red wrapper one, my Bahia cigar, which is a Maduro, and I need to do another review on my free Cuba one. So probably after this video, sometime in this week, perhaps tomorrow, I might do another video with me and Steven. But I wanted to do definitely a flavored cigar one. I got a Groovy Blue cigar from my girlfriend, whose mom gave it to her to give to me, which I'm going to smoke probably within the week or so. Probably next weekend, I'll save that one. And but yeah, for my next video, I'm probably going to do a free Cuba cigar review. So. Do you feel like you need to drink anything with that cigar right there, that Havana Honey cognac?
Probably about when you start getting to the bottom. It starts getting a burn about, let's say about halfway down to here, you start getting the hotness, and the sweetness is not there as much when it starts, but it's still there, but you might want to have a drink when it starts getting closer down. Kind of makes you wonder what that salty watermelon tastes.
Probably be good.
This is still cut. I think it's still half the bottle.
I got half a bottle left of my sour blue raspberry moonshine. That stuff, I've been sipping on that stuff nonstop. My dad took a sip of it and he goes, I better leave that alone. And I'm like, Brittany told me that, and I was like, you tried it? She goes, yeah. And he said, what did he say? Man, I need to leave that stuff alone. That's good. I'm like, I sip more out of that one than my grapefruit one, but the grapefruit, it's good too.
Yeah. see what Mama wants. What that one was getting caught. Done with that one. And I will return.
Well, while Steven's attending to Mom, but yeah. I really want to try. Let's see what else. I got some more. I got. Wow. Okay. Steven bought one time. He bought a Mark Twain cigar. It was a Cameron cigar. Either Cameron or Connecticut. I think it was a Connecticut. And he didn't really like it all that much. Now, I bought 2 Maduro Mark Twains, and I'm going to do a review on them sometime within the next week or so. I also bought Java Mint that I've been wanting to try. We'll try that.